Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Welcome back to yet another update here on the ICP Internet Computer price chart. I didn't make an update for maybe like the last 2-3 days, and I've seen a lot of people coming to my X account and asking if I'm no longer bullish on ICP. Tell them 100% that I'm still very much bullish on ICP Internet Computer Protocol. And as I always say at the beginning of each and every single video, because I don't want you to keep guessing where I'm standing, I anticipate that in the very worst case scenario, ICP would do at least the initial Fibonacci retracement level, right? So from the very top of the structure until the bottom here, we can anticipate something like, $130. This is like where I would say, okay, this wasn't too good for ICP. I really don't expect this to be very difficult, because this is what you would say, at least we were in a bull cycle, like basic bare minimum requirements. So this is where we are, and my best target so far is somewhere around $220 for ICP. I've done a lot of videos talking about what's what, but I'll take you right around and show you some of the things that are happening in the market right now and how it's also relating to the rest of the crypto market. Because let me just say this, it feels really bad to be holding ICP, because you know and you believe in your heart that this should be a project that should be competing with like the best. We're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana kind of things, but it hasn't been like that up until this point. Yeah, I think it's something that is going to be taking a little bit of time. And up until this point, I really don't believe that the crypto market is so much open to utility, because it's been hype and hype and hype left, right, and center. So let's see what eventually happens. But I definitely think that ICP is going to be participating in this bull run. Before we get into the technical analysis, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for ICP Internet Computer price updates will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because I do TA on ICP and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. Without me running my mouth too much, let me just show you that ICP is okay, and it's just moving along with the rest of the market. So right now, the total market cap of all crypto is at an all-time high, is looking to break even way higher, and that's very good, because this is the same kind of price action that we were seeing also back in the 2021 bull run. So we see with more juice. That means for ICP there is a window that it will pump, and according to my own experience and what I've seen on charts, the best or the biggest ones, the parabolic one, happens towards the tail end of the bull market, right? So there is a lot of rotation that happens while the people are now taking profits on XRP. They're now putting it in lower market caps and stuff like that. So the fantastic time is going to be coming. It's just that for the most part, it happens towards the tail end of the bull run. So don't be surprised if you see ICP maybe 3xing in a space of 2 weeks or 1 week. For that matter, we have seen things like XRP do that, for example. Having understood the total market cap, I don't want to take you to the market cap of others. This is the market cap of cryptocurrencies that are outside of the top 10. This is where ICP happens to fall in, right? I'm bringing this up because people have been saying that ICP is not really performing. So this is actually very good, because it's looking like it's looking for a breakout here, right? Just as we were seeing down here. So that's cool. And it's coming off of a very strong support right here too, and we're looking to gear up into new all-time highs. Again, how does this relate to the ICP Internet Computer price action? If we just happen here to go ahead and grab out ICP, which is now in this blue line that you can see down there, let me just adjust it just to fit what we are doing here. You can see that, yeah, these things have actually been moving in step. Take a look at that. So if you're thinking that ICP is doing its own thing, it's not moving, nope. The rest of the market is actually pretty much doing the same thing. So let me show you one very positive news here. If we go to the weekly time frame, okay, and we grab our 200 weekly moving average as well as the 100 weekly moving average, we see that there is something that hasn't happened just yet with altcoins, and this was like the major indication to kickstart a crazy cycle in the last one. That is this golden cross that you are seeing between, again, the 100 weekly moving average and the 200 weekly moving average. Can you believe that? Yes, we have had this whole run, right? Nice back tests, whatever the case may be. We haven't had that indication, and I want to believe that when this happens in the next 1 or 2 weeks, yeah, and if ICP doesn't move, then I can start saying that, okay, there's something a little bit weird about ICP, because that would mean that it's now ceasing to follow this market cap of others, meaning cryptocurrencies outside of the top 10. And that's a problem. But I don't think that ICP will not follow the rest of the market. Again, it sounds a little bit weird to say that ICP has to follow the rest of the market. But the truth of the matter is that at this point, it's not that strong to do its own thing, right? The market hasn't figured out like specific value for ICP. So ICP just has to follow the rest of the market. trust me, it's not only ICP that is underperforming at this point. I mean, take a look at the second biggest cryptocurrency on planet Earth. It's called Ethereum, right? It's not doing too good. A lot of people are giving up on it as well, but I think it also has a very much hidden, very bullish structure right there. Now, one other good thing about ICP is it actually has a better structure than Ethereum itself. So yeah, once Ethereum gets into gear, and we're not talking about a lot of, movements, right? We're talking about Ethereum just getting a daily candle above $4,000. Take a look at what happens right there. I think these moments are not really far off, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people are looking at a lot of negativity, but ICP is still very much bullish. Another thing that I've seen being pointed out was the ICP versus the BTC chart, saying that we have made a new low here. Honestly speaking, it's not really the best thing to happen here for ICP, but I also wanted to point out that whenever ICP is making these, new lows against BTC, it has always found some kind of at least 100%, rally against BTC. You can see this one was now 260%. This is the one that we had back in 2024, okay, around February, March. Okay, cool. Now we have set a new low. So ideally speaking, I'm expecting this whole thing to pump as well. So we're looking at right around maybe at 300% just to get back to the top of the range here. Now, what happens if ICP manages to break that range? I mean, that's really going to be a good thing. Now, it doesn't feel like it makes sense at this point because ICP is continuously bleeding. But truthfully speaking, things, continue to look bad until they no longer look bad. That's what I've seen in this market. Now, let's get away from hoping things like let's look at the chart itself. This is the BTC dominance chart, and you can clearly see that for weeks and weeks and weeks, we have been supported by this trend line. You can see here in blue, but at some point it broke down, tried a back test, failed. Now we are back at that level again. What is so special about that level that it keeps retracing to? It's also the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement, as you can see here from the very top until the bottom. So there is clear resistance here around 59%. And I really think that this is the best that BTC can do. Right now, it feels like, it's only BTC that matters because it has got ETFs, it has got this and that. So nothing else really matters. And I know, there are a lot of people who actually believe this, that there is nothing that is more important than Bitcoin right at this point because, the big bankers are now coming. But the market is never different. It's like the same dynamics are going to be repeating. There are so many ways I can show you that this thing is going to be going down. Take a look at this example. This is a Wyckoff accumulation pattern. Okay, this thing was never back tested. Where should this thing come to? Usually right there. So BTC looks like it's going to lose its market share. And this time around, it's going to be a bigger one for altcoins because there is now a lot of money. The whole thing is that more than $2 trillion. If it loses 18% of that, that's a lot of money coming to altcoins. We also have got altcoins that are now as big as Bitcoin was back in, like 2017, 2015 kind of bull cycles. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of rotation. ICP for me looks like just what we have seen with altcoins in previous cycles. It's just until the very end where you see the blow off top happening. Things happen to delay and delay until it's time to go. So let's just wait and see. I'll come up with more updates over the weekend and heading into next week as well. Focus much more on the lower time frame. Today, I really wanted to paint like a bigger picture just for you to see that it's not all doom and gloom, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? So thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family. I'm inviting you to our private Discord group, which you can join via Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.